Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Million Mom Movement virtual family gathering. We appreciate you coming and joining us here today. And this is something that we've been doing the past couple Wednesdays as part of our protocol with the social distancing that's happening right now, to just help offer some support, some encouragement, and some connection between moms and people as we all kind of stick in our own little homes and corners of the earth. So today I have some kiddos here. We're making orange juice and we're going to make a power shake. So we're going to share with you guys some of that. And if you have anything that you'd like to share, please be ready to pop on and share with us what you're doing. And if your kiddos are awake, we'd love to have them online too, to just share what recipes, like some of the products that you guys like to use most for you and your family, any recipes that you've come up with. We'd love to hear from you, as well as any fun activities that you're doing that could encourage other families to do as well. So I'll show you guys what we're doing here for a moment. Taya, you want to tell them what you're doing?
Squeezing some of the oranges for the power shake.
Awesome. So she's going to squeeze some oranges for us. And then we're going to mix it with our power shake. So I'm curious, have any of you tried mixing your power shake with orange juice yet? If you have, drop me a 1. And if you haven't, you can drop me a 2. Awesome. This is one of our very favorite ways that the kids like the power shake in my family. Some say it tastes like Fruity Pebbles milk. I'm not sure what that tastes like, but it sounds really good. And are you going to help us mix this into a power shake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Awesome. You want to show us how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to drink some of this water down so we can add some orange juice to it.
Mom, help me open this.
Okay. You want to add some orange juice to that? So we're going to do, it's half water. Go ahead and fill it up almost. Yeah, there you go. Oops. So it's about half water, half orange juice. Here, Kanoa, let's bring it over here. That way they can see you. There you go. Put that power shake in there. So one of the things that I really love about the superfoods that we get from Purium is that it's so easy to make that even the kiddos can make it. One more scoop. That was kind of a half scoop. And so a lot of times when I'm at home and I'm working and I'm just too busy to even stop and eat something, this is something really easy that I can do for myself. And then it's also something really easy that Kainoa likes to do. And sometimes you like to make me a shake, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, shake it up for us. Oh my God, whoa. Calm down. Okay, should we have a sip? Who's gonna drink it all?
Me.
You? Do you love it with orange juice? Chug, 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 chug. Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. So one of the things we want to encourage here is we realize how important immunity is and how important it is to make sure our bodies are getting optimal nutrition so that way it can do the job that it's meant to do by keeping us healthy. And so we want to encourage you to
I drank half of it.
Awesome. Get these yummy greens into your kids because it will help boost their immune system. It will help keep them healthy. That way when they're playing with their other friends and going back to school in the future, they'll have some really healthy habits under their belt. So this is how we like to mix our shake in the morning. I wanted to include the kids in. Really short attention span, so I had to do it first thing when we got on because he was just itching to make the shake for the past 10 minutes as we waited here. He was like, I want to make it. Come on. So there you are, our orange juice power shake. And I know Jody has some great recipes she's going to share with us today. She is the master at creating yummy treats using Purium products. So if you don't know her, you can follow her at Higher Living Journey. And she has a great website with lots of yummy recipes. So I'll turn it over to you, Jody.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, my house phone was ringing in the background there. Hi, everyone. I'm Jody Parker. This is Leora. And okay, we have to show you. Come up here. We match. Look, aren't we cute today? We had to do the whole family. Let's match together today. So just had to show you that. We even wore matching necklaces. But so they asked me today to come on here and show you one of our favorite recipes. So let me give you a little background on where this comes from. My two other kids are behind the camera right now working. He tried to give you a thumbs up. It didn't make it all the way around. We are a really sensitive family. We have lots of food allergies. We have to live really clean, really pure. And when we go on vacation, it's really, really hard for us to find food that we can eat that I feel safe giving my kids, because we can't do things with glyphosate and we can't do things with, you know, artificial colors or flavors or any kind of synthetics, because we react to all of it. And so I started getting creative with making treats and snacks that were really, really super nutrient dense, that I felt good about my kids eating, that we could take with us on vacations that wouldn't go bad. And so that is where a bunch of my recipes come from. And today we are going to make my oldest favorite. So she's my youngest, she's 6. And I have a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old, and the 15-year-old is currently measuring out the dates. We are going to make superfood ginger snaps. And you're going to be shocked when you make these, how good they taste. I have given them to children who eat a standard American diet, who think Cheetos are the best thing ever, who don't look at green food, let alone eat it. And even they like it. So let me show you how to do this. And this is on the Million Mom Movement.info website. I don't want to backlight myself too much here, but let me bring this down so you can kind of see what we're doing. All right, so watch out, kiddo, because I got to stand where you are. So move your stool. Okay. All right, so my helper is helping me. So this is 2 cups of dates. Well, 2 cups is right there.
I filled it up farther.
He fills it up farther. If you really smash it down, and that's what you're going to want to do when you make it, is really smash it down, it's 2 cups of dates. I'm going to throw that in your food processor. Here, let me move my food processor over. So that's where you start. 2 cups of dates. We get them at Costco. They are organic dates, and they're a really good deal, and they are pre-pitted. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Sometimes there are pits in. Okay. Sometimes there are pits in them, so you just got to be careful about that. I'm like,
he's glowing. So you start with that. 2 cups of that. Now, this is the MVP Sport Vanilla. Okay. And on the recipe on the website, I'm pretty sure I said 3 servings of this. Now, I don't know.
4.
So a serving size is 3 tablespoons, okay? So this is 3 tablespoons. I saved it. Purium's going plastic free by 2021. You don't get these anymore, but I saved mine because it makes my life easier. So that's 3 tablespoons.
You do 4, actually.
That's 6 tablespoons. And 9 tablespoons. And then we realized for us that it was a little sticky. And my kids are used to not eating really sweet things. So if you have kids that are used to eating really sweet stuff, this is probably enough. But I can sneak another 3 tablespoons into this for my children, and they still like it. So between 9 and 12 tablespoons.
And it makes it brace friendly because it's not as sticky anymore.
Did you hear him? Like, talk to the camera.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to clean up all the salt you dropped on the floor.
Oh no, he dropped the salt.
No, you did. You knocked it over when you got the feed.
Look, he's blaming me. This is what it's like living with a teenager during quarantine.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to cease and desist
I'm going to
this
turn
slander.
the camera on if he's not going to like it.
Cease and desist this slander right away, please.
All right, that's not quite a
Well,
full. Okay, we're not quite ready for that. No, it's okay. It's just salt. Okay, so we're going to get back on track here. This is the original Power Shake. And again, the Power Shake, hey, Joshua, grab the Power Shake Terra pouch out of it's right in front of you in the pantry right there. So this is the old container. We don't have these containers anymore. I saved mine. This is how it comes now, in this beautiful biodegradable Terra pouch, which you can open up and put dirt in and plant it in your garden, and it will completely biodegrade in 2 years. Yay, Purium. So I wanted to show you guys that, but it's in here. We were sticking her head in. That's okay, you can stick your head in. So it's 2 servings of that. What's the serving on this? 5.5 tablespoons is a serving size. So basically it's 11 tablespoons. If you don't have this cool little scoop that I kept. So you throw those in there. And then the next level is, once again, this comes in a Terra pouch. And there we go. It's the Daily Fiber Blend, the original. I don't recommend doing this with the caramel apple. It completely changes the taste. It does not taste like ginger snaps anymore if you use the caramel apple flavored one. So get the original. And I use this in a lot of different recipes like this. And it's just 1 serving, 1 scoop. I don't even know what the serving size changes to now because this is such an old container. So look it up. It'll be on your new container. But it's whatever 1 serving of the Daily Fiber Blend is, that's what you're putting in. And notice when I put it in, I go all the way around in a circle so that it doesn't clump when we start to blend it. That's
you want to make
important.
sure to spread everything out.
Yes, spread everything out. Can you tell that he would make these every day if I let them. This is his favorite. All right, so we're almost there. Ginger. This is just organic ginger powder. The original recipe calls for 3/4 of a teaspoon. We like spice, so we put an entire teaspoon in for us. But if you don't like we do 2? Yeah. Apparently he does 2 now. 2 teaspoons or 2 half teaspoons?
2 of those.
Yeah, that's a full teaspoon.
I do 2 of them.
So we do a full teaspoon. The recipe on the website says 3/4 of a teaspoon. It depends on how spicy you like things. We like spice, but some kids don't. So adjust it to your children. And then let's do cinnamon first. So this is just organic cinnamon. Again, can you see I get everything at Costco? Half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
No?
Yes.
Full teaspoon.
It's not a full teaspoon of cinnamon, it's half a teaspoon.
He does full teaspoon.
Apparently he does a full teaspoon, everybody. I didn't know he was doing that, but the original recipe calls for half a teaspoon because then it's more gingery. And then finally, this is nutmeg. And it is a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then it is a 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. You can use any sea salt, but that's what we do. Do you change it? He's walking away from me.
No,
that's
fine.
not what I do, Mom.
No, it's fine. But yes, I do
Talk to the camera.
I do 3/4 nutmeg. I do a full teaspoon of cinnamon and a full teaspoon of ginger too. So I do a lot more, obviously.
He likes spice. So when I originally made this recipe, I tried to do it so that kids who either don't like spice or aren't used to a lot of superfoods will eat it anyway. So you can adjust it, but you get the general idea. It's going to taste good no matter what you do with it, as long as you follow that basic thing. So then you put it on, and I am going to go on mute, and I'm going to blend it while I toss it to whoever wants to go next. It takes about how long? 5 minutes of blending?
5, 10 minutes.
So I'm going to start blending, and you can watch in the background. I'll put the camera on it, and when it'll clump, literally in a big clump. It's not pretty, but it's done when it's in a big clump. So I'll come back on when it's in the clump, but I'm going to go ahead and mute. So I don't know who wants to take over, Rachel or Carmela or Naiva, whoever wants to take over, hop on, and I'm going to go to mute.
I'll jump on while you stir it up, and I can't wait to see what happens at the end. I love the participation of your son too coming on. My kids, I just got home, so they are still out on a walk, but I just made some quick notes about some tips and tricks that my kids do, my family does. So my name is Carmela Velarde. I'm a Green Diamond with a company. I'm also on the council for the Million Mom Movement. And I'm really proud to say that I was able to bring my husband home from work. 2 years ago, I eclipsed 1 income with my Green Diamond money. So that has changed my home life completely. He's been the stay-at-home dad. I've been able to go out and do what has been a passion for me for 2 years, which has been working with the kids, actually adults with special needs. So I just got word today that I'm officially laid off from that work due to COVID. I was going into the agency, and there were at least 3 different people who were on the field who were having symptoms, and I literally have been giving away ViraSure like candy. And I really hope that it helps, and I'm so grateful. And I have to say that I have no fear about losing that income, because I feel very confident that my energy was supposed to be focused to be home here with the kids and my husband, and to creating more of the education and branding that Purium needs to be providing people at this time, which is so important. So I feel great. It's just a really good moment. And you happen to catch me in it. So I'm just happy to share. So yes, I'm Filipino, Spanish, Chinese originally. And one thing that, having been born American, I grew up with an autoimmune condition because I had a lot of exposure to the bad stuff growing up. My parents worked very hard and didn't have the attention span to, and the knowledge to really focus on nutrition. So with that, I chose very differently. My snacks that I feed my children that they love, they absolutely love. And I made little notes, but they're frozen organic fruit. So right now we're loving dragon fruit, star fruit, organic mangoes, and they eat it. Like, that's the only sweet they eat. I don't allow them any candy at all, nothing with artificial colors or anything. And I realized that one way my daughter actually takes the Power Shake, because she actually doesn't like the flavor of it otherwise, is through popcorn. She loves popcorn. She likes to make it. And the only way she'll eat the Power Shake is through popcorn. So if your child is not someone who loves this product, find creative ways to get it into their diet that they will enjoy and they will like and they'll want to make daily. So that's really awesome. And then another way I had found that the caramel apple fiber that Jody's using, hi, we have to hear you share, okay? I'm talking to you, Rachel's son. Last week, I know he was really dying to share, so we will make that time. So one way that I had found to really incorporate the daily apple fiber blend, the caramel apple, was through, for my kids, is in a mug with hot water and a spoon. They love it. I had no idea they loved it until just about 1 year ago. And I've been trying to find ways. One other way, because they like it like an oatmeal. So I give them a spoon, hot water, and they put their scoop in and they mix it and they eat the whole cup. I mean, first thing in the morning, I think it's a really good thing to feel that they want it. And then they peel and they cut their own apple squares and then they throw it in. It's literally like an oatmeal, but without, but just Purium products, water, and an apple. Another way that we love it, and my kids make it too pretty regularly, is they'll peel and slice sweet potato. They'll put it into, what do you call those? Pyrex, dishes, and then they'll spread it out and they'll drizzle it with coconut oil, our tropic oil, which we love. We just like, I'm going to share another thing that we do with it. And then we add the daily fiber on top of it, the caramel apple fiber. And as it bakes, it's just delicious. And then you kind of halfway through mix it over with a spoon. My kids eat that like it's a dessert, and it tastes like it's a dessert. If you wanted to add oats and maybe dates and like mesh it up a little so it has a bit more texture besides the actual vegetable, you could do it that way. We've tried many ways to get it in them. So one other thing I wanted to add is the tropic oil. So we love the flavor. We love the fact that it's cold pressed. And what we do is we make it for my dog, who takes the Epigenius for dogs. He takes the barley green in the morning. And we make treats made out of crushed mint and coconut oil, and we freeze it and we give it to him for breath freshener. Instead of buying those, dental sticks that probably have a lot of artificial colors and just the consistency of it is a bit waxy, I didn't like that. So I create my own tropic oil mint leaf treats for my dog, and my kids love to do it. It's actually their chore. They get paid allowance for doing some of these things. So I'm complete, and I'd love to pass the baton.
Hi,
Am I
everybody.
back up?
Oh, yep. Go ahead, Jody.
I couldn't hear over the thing, so it's done. And we figured out why he started adding more flavor, and it's because we added that extra scoop of MVP Sport Vanilla. So that's why he upped all of the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the ginger when he started making it. So if you do 3 servings of the MVP Sport, then stick with the original recipe. If you do 4 servings of it, then up your cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg a little bit. So I just want to show you. It's not hard to clean off. We'll be able to wash that off really, really easily. And this is what it looks like when you're done. So it is literally, can't hold the camera and hold the big thing of, it's literally a great big clump when you pull it out. And it's the consistency of like a soft cookie or a Larabar without nuts in it. And I wish you could, can you see this hand down here? He's like, give me. I want some, Mom. So do you want to taste it? Did you taste it?
I tasted it, yeah.
She's like, this is not her favorite one. This is his favorite one. You want some?
Sure.
The middle child just walked in. So we'll get their reactions. You got to get on the camera, Kason.
Well, you know what mine is. It's enthusiastic joy. I'm getting my favorite thing.
And show them how much
Well,
you love it.
How am I
He
supposed
doesn't want to be on the camera. This is my child who's been in 20, count them, 20 musical theater shows, and he's not getting on the camera. I'm not sure what's wrong with him today. I think it's the haircut place is closed, and he's concerned that his hair is too long. Oh, it's a little bit sticky. So why are you shaking your head?
No.
Oh, I think he's like, no, it's not that. I just don't want to be on the camera, Mom. Don't make me. So that's it. And you could, what do you think? Tell them what you think. You can't.
Delicious.
So that's all I have to say. So I make a bunch of different combinations like this, but what I want to encourage all of you to do is play with it. I went to the store and like went through the Larabar and like snack bar section, and I looked at the ingredients and things and went, I can do that. So like I do excuse me, dates and almonds and coconut and MVP Kids chocolate, and add some extra cacao and make that chocolate almond coconut bar. And I've made brownies and I've made all kinds of stuff. So go and experiment. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it tastes good no matter what you throw in it. But it's a really fun way, pick your kids' favorite stuff. You can throw dried fruit in there or whatever you want to put in there. The key is getting it the right consistency so it's not too sticky and it's not too hard. But I recommend that you go and experiment and then tell us what you did so that we have more ideas. And I know somebody was going to go right after me. So somebody, oh yes, Kimberly Sanders just said the appleberry power shake is not as good. Don't put the appleberry power shake into things like this because the appleberry flavor is really, really strong unless you're trying to make an appleberry flavored something. Then it works. Like if you throw like dried apples in it and maybe some dried berries of some kind with the dates, then it would probably be good. But for something like this, it's the appleberry flavoring will overwhelm the taste of whatever you're making. Oh, and it is great on popcorn. You're right, Rebecca. Okay, I want to toss this to whoever wants to go next because I don't want to talk too much. So who is next? Just like turn on your microphone and go.
Okay, go, Matthias.
Okay.
This is my son, Matthias, and he's super excited to share.
Okay. As you can see, I put
Comments.
a comment right there. I was doing a class meeting like 1 minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about like stuff about the class and stuff about how we're doing at homeschool.
So you're still able to socialize with your friends from class, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh, and the teacher said we can read Winn-Dixie, like Winn-Dixie tomorrow. We're going on the class meeting tomorrow if we want to.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And so we've just been kind of trying to keep busy. So I wanted to share my screen. We made a little bit of a video to share with you guys.
Rachel asks, what do you and your friends do on a Sunday? Well, today I'm editing this video with my dad. Thanks, Dad.
Sorry. Okay. So how do I, So there you go. That's what we put together for you guys. So hope you liked it. It's just a little bit of us trying to stay busy so we can pass it to someone else.
That was fantastic, Rachel. And what's your son's name?
Matthias.
Matthias. Awesome. Thanks for contributing that video. Yes, last week Yesenia did a video and I was so impressed. I think that's a great way to make an activity. I hope more people do it. Who else has something to share? Doesn't have to be a full recipe. It could just be some tips or things that you're doing at home.
Hi, this is Kimberly Sanders. I just wanted to shout out to Jody because one of my builders bought me a food processor. And I was curious, Jody, what kind is yours? Because I burned one out, the first one I tried, and it started smoking and it didn't want to deal with all that product. So I'm happy to have the one that I have now, but I just was curious about yours. It looks bigger. Oh, it's a Cuisinart. Okay, cool. And I've been having so much fun from Costco, yeah, making Jody's treats. And I've definitely, I kind of got stuck on the base of the chocolate brownie one, and it's so good. And I kind of was just like not looking at the ingredients right away, and I put the base of the brownie into the ginger snaps, which is some cashews as well. So there's just like unlimited, boundless opportunities from all of the recipes that she has offered us. And I also wound up putting goji berries in them, and you could just put so many good things. So maybe some raw cacao nibs. It's just like endless possibilities. So I love it, and I'm so thankful. And I was able to have some of those squishy silicone, I guess you could make ice cubes out of them, but pressing them into these little molds, and it just looks really pretty and fun. So I'm gonna be like 300 pounds by the end of this because I keep eating them all day. I'm like, well, it's okay. Lots of dates.
Hello. Can you all hear me well? Hi, great. Okay. Well, I kind of mom failed. I don't have my kids with me today, but I will next time. I just want to share a quick recipe, something we've loved, has to do with the love, which I honestly can't get my kids to drink the love like straight how it is. They love the Green Spectrum, the Apothecary, the MVP kids, the Epigenius kids, the Power Shake, on and on. But the love, chai or original, no go. So what we do is in the blender, we put some orange juice, fresh, squeezed, frozen, in, you know, whatever you have, and some frozen cranberries or fresh cranberries, and blend it up, and it ends up almost tasting like a cranberry orange muffin. You know, I don't know if you've ever baked one of those, but the kids love it. So cranberry and orange juice added to the love, and that's my little quick recipe. All right, thanks for letting me share. Much love to all you.
Hi, everybody. My name's Elima. And what I thought would be really neat to share is while you are mixing and creating wonderful things with your children to eat and drink that are nourishing and healthy, what I like to do is just take a minute and have my daughter stir in some giggles and stir in some peace and just stir in some positive emotions that she's having, because I want her to make that connection that everything really is energetic. And if we can put our own love or giggles or, you know, whatever it is also into the food, they like that as well. It's super fun for them. So that's really it. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, encourage them maybe to put in their love, joy, giggles, laughter, whatever it is. Okay, thanks.
Can I piggyback off of that too? I thought that was so sweet. So yeah, when I used to have my yoga studio, there was this wonderful woman who came to teach Tantra. And there was an area that I just had to like remember from this share you just gave, which was, you know, when you eat, make sure that when you're with children, make sure they're not doing anything else. They're not looking at anything, watching too much, because food is yoga. It's about connecting with it, connecting, and just that's enough of an activity. You know, sometimes we put so much in front of them that when they eat, their parasympathetic system is just too anxious. There's too much going on. If they just connected and breathed into what they're consuming, which is so powerful, it's such a powerful, you know, energy is food. If they just felt their food and nothing more, and just the good company of the people who are right in front of them. Oh, you're a Tantra practitioner. Wonderful. So yeah, that is exactly what I hear you sharing, and the love, the aspect of the heart and emotions, but really having them do nothing but eat, you know, is so, so important. And that's what I'd love parents out there, you know, sometimes we try to like have them babysit and do things, many things at once, but yeah, just teaching them food meditation is so important.
I'll hop back in because it looks like nobody's hopping in. Who's next? I just want to make sure we keep things going. And does somebody else have a share they want to come in? Do you have questions? Do you need ideas for what to do with kids at home at quarantine? Like, let's talk. This is a community and we want to make sure everybody feels supported in whatever it is. Why are you here today? Like, why did you join us? And we would love to have you come in and actually share so that we can, oh my gosh, my husband. I'm sorry, but yum! He just snuck in here to steal ginger snaps. But I want people to jump in. So don't make me talk. I can do it, but I don't want to. So if somebody else jump in, I'm going to start calling names. I'm looking through. I'm used to being able to see everybody, and I'm on a phone. Who wants to jump in? Just unmute yourself, jump on, tell us why you're here, and if we can help you, or if you have something to help one of us.
Okay, if nobody else will, I guess I'll come back on for one more quick share. Can you hear me, Jody? Okay, great. So I have been a homeschool mom for many years, and I have 4 children, 12, 9, 4, and 2. Very busy. And this year, my older 2 asked if they could go to public school. So we let them go into public school. I'm going to diverge and say that I'm a little happy that they're all home with me now, because that's how I like it to be. Jody understands. But I'm also, you know, feeling very sad and emotional for them, seeing them be sad and emotional going through this, and, you know, missing what their little routine they had and everything. Anyways, I'm going to give another little tip here as a previously homeschooled mom. I gave this tip today, and some people took it really well. So I'm going to share again, is that don't focus so much on like the reading, writing, and arithmetic, especially like if you're planning on when everything, you know, like having your kids still do public school, be that brick and mortar, be that computer, whatever the future near and far is. Especially if you plan that, because your kids will get that. My daughter didn't know how to read for years, and she got it like that. Like, I think as homeschooling parents, now in this time, that we should focus on teaching our kids the things that we wanted them to learn that they're not learning in school. Whatever that's be, healthy cooking, entrepreneurial skills, gardening, music, knitting, anything, whatever you and your children would want them to learn, or they want to learn that they can't in school, especially for those that are privileged enough to have the internet at your house. Everything's out there. Like, if you don't know it and can't teach it to your kid, learn it with your kid. How fun. Jody's nodding her head. How fun you learn something new with your kid. They love that. Sit right there next to them. And that so is helpful in leveling the playing field of like think of right now what we're going through. Nobody's gone through this before. Our kids are going through it for the first time. So are we. So to do something else like that, it's really bonding when you level it and you're not like, here I am, parent, and there you are, child, you know? So I wish I could see everybody's faces. I'm on a phone too, but I hope there's some kids that maybe are like, yeah, I want to learn stuff with mom, or maybe they're like, they want to teach you something, you know? So just take this time to like learn in other ways and not stress out over the school stuff so much. And that's just my advice as a homeschool mom. And be graceful with yourself, like you're their parent, and it is hard to wear both hats and set that aside. Like, I had to realize I wasn't the best homeschool mom that I thought I was going to be. It's hard to be a teacher and a parent. So have grace, and wish you all love. And honestly, the more of the goodness we get in them, the better of a day it is. I've realized that the day I skip out or I let them have any bit of sugar, I'm like, oh, send them back to public school. So, all right, I love you all. I'm going to hop off so somebody else can share. Hope that helped.
Hi, sorry, I'm getting ready to, my name's Karina, everyone. I'm getting ready to go help my mom move, but I wanted to share something. I give my little 16-month-old Epigenius kids every morning. I mix it in with an apple and some almond milk and a little bit of berries, and he loves it. And he just actually ran out of Epigenius kids yesterday. So I was like, oh no, what should I make? So I just made him a mix of a banana, half of like a quarter of organic avocado, and some berries and almond milk. And that's it. I just like mixed it up, and he loves it. So I just wanted to share my little DIY recipe with him. And I added a little bit of for protein, some white beans, and he absolutely loves it. So if you ever, and a little bit of coconut oil too. So if you ever run out and want a DIY, that's a good recipe too. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. I'll throw in a little aside on that whole throwing coconut oil in there. There's been some science coming out in the last week showing that coconut oil can be really helpful against viruses. Well, it's been out there for a long time, but it has something called lauric acid in it, and lauric acid helps you produce monolaurin. And monolaurin, actually, the only other place you find it other than coconut oil is in breast milk. And it's really good for the immune system. And so throwing a tablespoon of that tropic oil into whatever smoothie you make, it gives it that like richness that makes it all yummy. And what's the word? What's that Food Network word? Like, I can't remember the word. There's like a really cool word and I just screwed it up. But throw that in there
umami.
too. Yes, umami. That's the word.
It's like the savory taste that you get from, I mean, I know this sounds like whatever to some people, but from meat and things like that. Right? All right. Umami.
Umami. That's the word.
I think it's Japanese.
Oh, it's just yummy. All right. Who's next? I'm going through. I'm looking through. Who wants to come on? Oh, come on. I know most of you. I know a lot of you like to talk. Hop on, guys. All right, I'm
It's
not
Catherine.
seeing it.
Hi, good day. I came on kind of late, so I missed your great recipes, and I don't know how far you've gone into it, but in the spirit of sharing, I will share my favorite drink as of late, which is Epigenius rice bran solubles and plain unflavored flour shake. It's just really been rocking my world. It's of course like a chocolate milkshake, and yeah, for me, I have been intermittent fasting, so that I have that. I have all my supplements in the morning, my my aminos, and then the C's and D's and all the various supplements. I have that in the morning, and then mid-afternoon I have that shake, and then I eat a great meal at dinner. And I've been doing that for a while. It's really helping to save on my grocery costs. And I feel totally powered by that. Like, I was talking to my friend, she's like, I can't believe you can do that, but it doesn't seem difficult to me at all. It just seems natural and easy. So I just wanted to share that. And thank you for hosting this space, and yeah, for being such a servant leader. I really appreciate it.
I was just going to toss out there, thank you for doing that. And the reason why these superfoods are so cool is because when your body gets all that nutrition that it needs, that's why you're not hungry. So if you eat French fries, it's a ton of calories, but very little nutrition. And admittedly, I like popcorn and French fries because I like to have things to deliver my salt, but there's no nutrition in it. And so when you eat that deep nutrition, you don't need to eat as much food because your cells are just like bathing in all that goodness. And so they're not sending signals out of, I need more nutrition. I want to hear, Harvey, you happen to be up on my screen right now, and I'd love to hear from a man and how you guys are dealing with it. What's it like at your house if you're willing to jump on? But I don't want to put you on the spot if you're not. Do you know how to unmute yourself? Bottom left of the screen, you just hit the little mute button, but you don't have to come on. You just happen to be on my screen.
Okay, well, I'll say hi. Did that work? Mute button, auto mute. I don't know.
Yes, it's working.
I'm trying.
We can hear you.
Hold on. I'll raise my hand. Let's see.
Tell us how you're dealing with the quarantine, Harvey. We can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can.
Loud and clear.
Huh?
Loud and
Lord,
clear.
I don't know. Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm home working and trying to eat healthy and stay healthy. I'm a bachelor, but I know a lot of people with children, so I wanted to watch and see what the Million Mom movement is about, so I can, next time you guys come on, I could send out invites to moms to kind of get on and see what other moms are doing, because I know with the quarantine, a lot of moms are having to get creative, and a lot of moms are pulling out, I hate to say, pulling their hair out. But I really like what you guys are doing. This is really, really nice. And I just wanted to say hello and let you know I'm quarantined. I work in communication, so I'm working while I'm watching and trying to get information out about the virus. And so this is really cool. Thank you. How do I turn off?
Bottom left, just click touch it and you'll see the little microphone.
Yes, I'm done.
Click on it again and it'll mute you again. Somebody just said they need instruction. I don't know. Rachel, can you see that? Because it's hard on my phone. You're on a computer. If you can unmute whoever just said they need instruction so they can hop in.
Right. Hi, can you see me? Hello.
Hello.
Well, he just shared, so I remembered where I could share. And I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. Oh, she just turned 14. And we don't see each other a lot. And I've always been eating superfoods. So she comes over at her dad's house, and I said, Bella, you want a shake? She goes, oh yes, Grandma. And I gave her the shake, and she says, wow. And then it's just simple. Oh, what I wanted to say is I use chocolate, almond milk, and Power Shake. And then maybe put them blueberries. It depends on what day. But for the most part, she's in love. She goes, oh, Grandma, thank you. She does. Oh, Grandma, thank you. I don't eat good at Mama's house. She says, all they have is pizzas and frozen foods. And I go, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, that's okay. I'm glad to have the shake. So that's my good share. Oh, blessings to everybody. I'm glad I got to go on. I got to pick up this lady here. I got to go back to work.
Who's next?
Blessings to you. Thank you for the share. I just wanted to throw in real quick that there's so many babies and children that straight up are like, thank you for this. When the babies and children are saying thank you for this, like, oh my gosh, right now it's a baby. Can you hear me?
It looks like someone else is unmuted too.
Everything?
To mute.
All right, I'm not sure if you heard that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. I think Rosie is still on the line.
I can see somebody's asking how they share. Darn it. It's harder on a phone. Somebody needs instruction. Who's area code 310? The 421 number. How do you join in? Where's the chat? I can hear you talking but can't connect with you.
Hi,
on the,
sorry.
Did you figure it out? No, go ahead.
Invite. I'm going to send her an invite.
I just want to say one quick thing because I have to jump off, but I just want to say thank you for the shares. I love being a part of the Million Mom movement, and you ladies are amazing and thriving every day. So I appreciate all the love today and more. Thank you.
Oh, I love you, Karina. Thanks for hopping on.
Love you too. Blessings.
Bye-bye. I love the shares from grandparents, from people just wanting to explore what we're doing here. This is what community is all about. Please invite your teams, if you're a brand partner, to bring your teams on to see what we are all doing here. I'd like to ask my fellow committee, what is our next event? Are we going to, we do Fierce Fridays, but are we doing this weekly is my question, because we have a lot of great testimonials, and I know that we're gathering them for Amy for our committee. So I'd love to hear.
Rachel?
Yeah,
hop in.
Certainly, I can jump in. So for now, with the way our life situations that this craziness we're living in, we want to keep this one to a weekly basis. So we'll meet here every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, and we would love for you to come prepared with something to share, a quick recipe. We would love to see your kiddos on the line, and can't wait to see what you all are doing this coming week. So unless any of the council wants to add, we can go ahead and end for now. We don't want to keep you too long, but really look forward to seeing you all here again. And please attend Fierce Fridays.
Anybody want me to make brownies next week? Raw Purium brownies?
Yum.
I don't need to be the girl that does the recipe, but I will if that is of interest. But if somebody else wants to do it, have at it. Let us know. You can go to the Million Mom Movement Facebook page or the group or the Instagram, which is @MillionMomMovement, and let us know if you want to be the featured recipe. We would be happy for you to do that and do like the little thing that I did today. So unless somebody else decides not to, I'll make brownies next week. But if somebody jumps in, then it'll be all you. And yes, Talita, this is for anybody who's mom, who wants support, who wants to learn how to help their family be healthier, or just to see what we're all about. This is about us supporting each other. So please invite all the people, the more the merrier, the bigger our community. We had a call earlier today where we talked about at the end of all of this craziness that we're transitioning through right now, we are going to have each other. And we know that for certain. And the more of each other that we have, the better. Anyone else want to jump in?
Hey everyone, I just wanted to hop back on. Of course, as soon as we got started, my husband decided it was time to mow the lawn. So I'm out in my yard trying to run away from him and the noise. I just want to thank everybody for hopping on today and joining us, for all of your shares. And I just wanted, I've got like shadows on my face from the trees. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming here and reiterate what was said earlier. Every Wednesday, we're going to be coming back here, same time, same place. On Fierce Fridays, we'll be back here as well. If you're not sure of the time and place to join us, then you can find that on the Million Mom Movement pages, like Jody mentioned. I've also started creating events on the Facebook Million Mom Movement page, so you can actually invite your friends and your team into those events. And that's a way that you can, you know, get people outside of our smaller Purium community to just read and see what it is that we're doing. So please make the most of those events, because I'm creating them for you to use. So invite people to those. And we'll see you all back on Fierce Friday in just a couple days. And also, I want to remind you guys that there is also business opportunity Zooms that Amy and Dave are doing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I believe. And that is also up on the Million Mom Movement pages. I'm also creating events for those. So please use those events to the best of that you can. Share them in your stories, invite people. Go post in there if you'd like to. Post your stories in there or share some information to help encourage the community. And like always, please hashtag and tag the Million Mom Movement so that we can feature you on our pages. And I just really appreciate you all showing up and taking time out of your life. So we'll see you back here on Friday. Aloha for now.
Bye.